Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Once again we are doing 2 versus 2 between Team Blast and Team Mouz, and we are once again Terran Protoss versus Protoss Zerg. So the same races and hopefully not the same game. Well, I know it's not the same game because this is going to be a longer one. So the last one was pretty quick, which 2v2s tend to be, and yeah, I think we're going to see the same early game strategy. The Zerg player will be going more aggressive than the Terran player, which is over here. So we will probably see Team Blue traverse the map first, and then we will see a battle over here somewhere on one of the on the entrance of this base, which is over here. There is a back entrance over here, which is covered by destructible rocks. Normally, obviously, we will see a scout over there because it is pretty common to see people break that. So we will see from the scouting pattern whether or not this is forced cross map. And it seems like it, because they are actually all going immediately to the other side. This may actually just be a 2 versus 2 map with only two spawn positions for each team. Well, yeah, that's it. So yeah, there is a scout in this base now. There is also a scout in the enemy base. Going to look around for, well, strange tactics. Well, not strange, but unexpected, such as Dark Templars, which we saw in the last game. If you haven't seen that, I might spoil even more, so you might want to go watch that. Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of the same tactics that we see in 1 versus 1. It is a completely different way of playing, and we will see the Terran still walling in, but this is a much larger wall in than we normally see. Obviously the Terran a lot better at walling in than the Protoss is. And yeah, with these flimsy supply depots, the wall-in is easily broken by banelings. That is why we normally see banelings on the Zerg player's part. And I don't know if this thing is supposed to do that, but it looks kind of crappy. I know it's supposed to move because of it has an upgrade going, but anyhow, we see them capture the watchtower, and with this watchtower they can see people coming. They can see units that are coming towards their base, and they will spot this stalker. This stalker who is all alone and might actually just get picked off. Which wouldn't be too much of a big deal, but yeah, the red team deciding that they want to keep their forces hidden for now. Or not. No, they are going to reveal, no, not the amount of Marines, but they are going to reveal this, at least some of the Protoss units that are on the field. Yeah, this stalker is just here to well, to see how much there is in the arsenal. So the SCV getting picked on a little bit, and he is about half health. So we see an orbital command, a second orbital command coming up, and it's going to be transferred over to probably this location when it's done morphing. And I'm not actually sure, maybe it's just staying here just for the mules, for the extra SCV production, but I am assuming it is going to fly away. So yeah, for now it's producing just a couple more SCVs, and yeah, the early expansion this time from our Protoss player on the other side, and we see that this destructible rock pile is getting, or the destructible debris as it's called here, is getting taken down by the Zerglings. I'm not sure how low it is currently, 1200 HP, so it's not like it'll fall immediately, but at least it's at half health, or about half health. So it won't take them that long to take that down when they need to. But having that back entrance open is, yeah, probably a good idea, because it makes it a lot harder to defend, and that's exactly why he was hammering away at it. And this destructible debris is getting taken down. So another high yield expansion on the map, this one also the high yield expansion. And yeah, now it's all a matter of trying to defend that. We see a lot of larger units coming out now for the Protoss player. Or a lot larger units, because last game it was only, well, gateway units. And this time we actually see Colossi, so that's interesting to see. And we will be seeing more on this side, I'm assuming. Yeah, he is producing something as well. Oh, it's also a Colossus. So, pretty good. And what are we building over here? Baneling nest and nothing else. So, oh, maybe here. No. Just banelings, Zerglings and banelings. So yeah, the Zerglings are really good early game, and obviously the banelings are really good at breaking into a base. And yeah, I think now the debris is going to go down, and he's going to stream into the base, and hopefully for our red team they will actually notice that in time, send some units back in, and yeah, there we go. Getting the Colossus out there. The Colossus roasting some Zerglings, and the destructible debris still at 700 HP, which is plenty to yeah, to keep it alive for a little bit. Obviously the Zerg player could just retreat for, well, a small bit until he no longer gets spotted, and go back when the Colossus is gone. So sniping this this high yield expansion with the robotics facility, oh, halfway done with the Colossus, but it's no longer powered, so it's not going to get finished. And because the Zerg player didn't really go aggressive in the early game, the mid game is now here, and the mid game is going to be, well, all about the bottom team. So the red team is going to be stronger here. They have the Marauders, they have the Medivacs, and yeah, I mean, Protoss versus Protoss, that's pretty oh, nice. He chases down the Colossus. But Protoss versus Protoss is pretty yeah, obvious. That's even, but it's all about the difference between the Zerg and the Terran. And we see all of the Mutalisks coming in. Mutalisk, a great tech switch for the Zerg player. He is going to try to make that work, and yeah, we see 5 Zealots being warped in, and the Zealots are going to be able to do some damage, but not take out this base. So anyhow, the Mutalisk tech switch is pretty good, because it provides you with a lot of damage where you couldn't reach before, where you couldn't snipe them before. You can take down the Colossi pretty easily because they cannot fire back, and you can take down the Marauders and the drones pretty easily, because you can fly in from other directions. As you can see here, you can fly in from the back, but these turrets are going to do very good amounts of damage. The Vikings out now to combat the Mutalisks, and Vikings are awesome against Mutalisks because, well, they're kind of a what are they called? Priority fighter, durable sport fighter. Okay. Anyway, they're way better than the Mutalisks are in an air battle, and that's why the Mutalisks are falling back. So the Stalkers now on their way to deal with these Mutalisks, but they're not going to manage to do that if these Zerglings stream in. But then we get the Marines who wipe out the Zerglings, so that is excellent. So are we actually going for a drop, or is this a mistake? No, it is an actual drop. So we see the Mutalisks now coming in to snipe this base and getting a lot of the mules and some of the SCVs. But yeah, it is going to be a lot more difficult to be aggressive on this map at this moment, because both teams now have a really good composition to deal with the enemy. I mean, the Mutalisks can deal with the with anything but the Vikings, but the Vikings are really good against the Mutalisks. So also the Marines are pretty good against the Mutalisks, but at least the Mutalisks can handle themselves against them. And wow, nice Blink Stalker micro there, sniping one of the Colossi immediately, and the other one goes down to the Marine fire. Nothing the sentry can do about that. And in the meantime, we see once again an attempt at breaking the debris field, and it's not going to work. The debris is still at about 300 health to 92. And yeah, it is going to be hard for our blue player to keep doing that, because he keeps losing some units there, and obviously in the end he will snipe that. He will get the kill on that that debris. It will go down, but how much did it cost him in the meantime? So the Mutalisks once again coming in from a different angle this time and going to snipe all of these probes. That's a lot of probes going down. But the Mutalisks are just going to run into this base now. Oh, the Vikings not turning around in time. They are now turning around, and they should be doing pretty decent amounts of damage, but there are so many Mutalisks, and unfortunately not a whole lot of Vikings left. So it seems that these Mutalisks now have somewhat free reign in the base. All of the probes have gone down. Oh, I cannot see the... That's a shame. I cannot see the workers killed. But a lot of workers were killed. And yeah, a lot of workers on the Zerg side were killed as well, but Zerg can replenish its forces a lot better. So anyhow, large armies now against each other. There's no production going on this nexus. There are some probes still left, but not a whole lot. Which means that, yeah, he needs to produce more probes. Otherwise, they're just dead in the water here, and I'm pretty sure they know that. So they will actually start producing probes. There we go, getting the yeah, not training the probe, getting the chrono boost up, but not training the probes. And this one is training probes as well. So, Mutalisks doing a lot of harassment here. So it's not so much that they do a lot of damage to the army, it's that they harass the mineral lines, taking out the workers, making sure that the enemy doesn't have a good economy. And this gold base, well, the high income minerals, they get taken once again by our Protoss player. And yeah, in the meantime, this is completely mined out. So I guess it's time for our Protoss Terran army to re-expand over here. And they are going to manage to hold that off for now, until the the army starts moving, and there we go. The army is starting to move. No, we're going back. Okay. Yeah, because we only have 8 colossi, so that might not be enough. No, that's a joke, obviously. That's a large number of colossi. But yeah, with all of these Vikings here, the colossi will go down pretty quickly. And yeah, those Vikings are mainly there to deal with the Mutalisks, but they are very good against the colossi as well. So might have done a better job of when he would go for something that didn't have the same unit as a counter. But I guess we will see that now. So sniping one of the colossi immediately, and going second one going down. He's really one-shotting them, but in the meantime the colossi are doing a large amount of damage. The splash damage is incredible against these marines, and as you can see, they go down really quickly. Not a lot of things that the Terran player can do about that. Well, not build the marines, I guess. But yeah, there are so many units left, and yeah, the Mouz team has to surrender here. They just couldn't deal with the splash damage from these colossi, as well as, well, the Mutalisk harass did a lot more damage than it should have. They should have built way more turrets and cannons and such. But I guess that's not a 2v2 strategy. So, on to game 3. It is 1-1 now, obviously, because it's a best of 3. So the next game will decide who gets to go home with the prize, which I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.